program now. What are you going to demonstrate for us here, Ron?
A little bit of the carving process. Start with a mountain dulcimer head. Usually I start with just a block of wood and draw the shape of it in here. At this point, I'm not sure what the carving will be when I get carving on it. I'll cut all the pieces out, shape it, and when I do start carving, I always start with the most prominent features on the face, because the nose, the shape of the face, whether it's going to have a beard, whether it's going to have a clean-shaven man or woman or animal, I always start with the most prominent feature and start working back from that. That way, once I get down, start rounding it off, then it starts getting the entire face featured in. That starts giving it the character that I'm looking for. Whether it's, like I said, man or woman, a happy, sad, and then I'll resaw it on the bandsaw. After I drill the holes, it'll come out more, start shaping like this. You can see some of the cuts already. And then I'll shape it on the spindle sander to start getting a little bit of shape. I have a different technique of carving than a lot of wood carvers do with figures.
So I noticed, Ron, that nothing is drawn on the wood. Everything is modelled inside your head, I guess.
It's all modelled inside my head. I do it all freehand. In a way, that's the way that all my pieces look so different.
Mm-hmm.
And if I did continue to draw on it to get the figures, I always feel like they're going to start turning out the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to have my figures all develop their own character as I carve.
But do you have an idea in your head before you start what the end product is likely to look like?
Either man or woman.
Okay.
And sometimes I do mythological figures, Pan figure. I've done a griffin head,
Mm-hmm.
different animal heads,
Mm-hmm.
rams. Did a unicorn once.
Mm-hmm.
This can go from there
Mm-hmm.
to there. And I'll do a little bit of work on this one. This is with a different bit, smaller bit. They keep getting smaller as I go along. It starts coming along, starts getting a character, and the bits just keep getting smaller, and I can start doing the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them I even are able to put little teeth in them.
Wow. So I look at that and think, if I were to do that, I'd probably make a mistake within the first 30 seconds. How forgiving is this technique when you do make small mistakes?
The mistakes happen. Occasionally you'll find a void and you'll start carving away and you lose a nose. And I'll just have to work it down a little deeper, recarve the face,
Uh-huh.
but at a lower profile.
So you would never ever stick a nose back on?
No. But then I'll end up carving the hair
Mm-hmm.
and getting a shape of the head more, and just keep working with it. And I have special sanding tools
Oh.
that I work just on the face. The rest of it's all hand sanded, but this works on the Dremel and the different grades, and it starts smoothing all this out.
What are those made out of? Are they plastic?
They're an impregnated plastic type
Mm-hmm.
pieces, and they go from a 36 to 120 grit, and that'll really smooth it out. And then this is a piece I did several years ago. It was a self-portrait of me when I had a longer beard and longer hair. But you can see with that you can get down pretty smooth, and then put a tongue oil finish on it when it's mounted on the instrument.
Now, I asked you earlier were the faces of the on the instruments of anybody that you knew, and you said, "Oh no, I wouldn't do that." But you've attempted to do a self-portrait.
I did a self-portrait, and I have done a couple of commissions where someone has given me a picture of their son, or one was the two kids and a dog,
Mm-hmm.
and it was for like a spoonheads, and they wanted the figures of each one of them on the top. So I worked from the pictures for that. So once in a while, for special case, I will do from photos.
Wow, that's impressive. I see some other pieces around here, Ron, such as these. What are these going to be?
These are chess pieces that I'm carving an entire chess set, and I'm down to the last 3 pieces, which are knights.
How long would it take you to carve an individual chess piece like that?
These take about probably 8 hours total, with doing all the carving and fine sanding.
Mm-hmm. And finally, out of the corner of my eye, I see some what look like spoons over there. Could you bring one of those over and tell us the story behind them?
Sure. I started carving spoons many years ago as just another way of using wood that would just sit around that I couldn't use for any of the instruments. Some of it was cast off pieces that were cut off from instrument wood. This just happens to be some wood boxwood from Maryland, that 100-year-old 8-foot-tall boxwood hedge blew over in a storm, and the woman had the wood cut and sent to me, and commissioned me to make several spoons for her. And most of these I do carve like medieval style heads, or same kind of heads that I'm carving on the other pieces. And it's all hand carved, hand gouged out, and then these get sanded down very fine and coated with a salad bowl oil, so that they're all food safe, but mostly these will be for decoration.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. You're welcome.